Hi everyone, welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. Today's topic is Lancaster father charged with murder, decapitating his kids while forcing his other children to view. Insane. Okay, welcome to my channel. Anybody who's watching a replay, please leave some feedback. Don't say I missed the live stream. It's okay. You have the replay. So put down your comments, your thoughts about this, and I'm going to have a little audio, and I'm going to read an article, and I have timestamps so it can help you to navigate through the live stream. So tell me what you think of everything, because this is insane. And the reason why I'm discussing this one is because it's like this man who did these horrific things, the people that know him said that he was such a nice guy. They're like shocked. So what I'm discussing is because it's amazing how some people appear to be one way, but then they are another way. Crazy. Hey, don't need a man. Stop telling me. Girl, you left a comment and it disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. I'm losing my comments when people putting comments down. Sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes I lose it. I don't know what happened to it when you watch a video. But thank you for watching. If you can, comment again, because I would love to know what you put down. So I know it's a long comment, and I appreciate that. So I just want to know if everybody can hear me clearly. Hit the like, and we getting ready to start in a second. Okay. We're getting ready to start in a few seconds. I'll wait for a few seconds for people to come on in. Brian, welcome. Don't need a man. Welcome, welcome. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what happened. You know, this is like the second time. Very strange. But did anybody happen to hear about this story? Did y'all hear about this before, you know, me discussing this? Did you happen to hear about this? Because I'm getting ready to get into it. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to read an article, and then I'm going to get into some audio. And then we'll have open talk about it. So first, let me just read off the article, and then I'll be able to go back and to read the chats. Because this is just so sad. I just can't believe how a father could do this to his kids. How a parent, anybody, could do this to their kids. Oh, okay, so you didn't hear about this either. Okay. Going to start in a second. Hey, Purple. Hey, what's up? And happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for my purple hearts. Purple hearts. Happy Friday. Hit the like button. And we get ready to get into this trifling man. This is just so sad. So today we'll be having topic, and like I said, the reason I wanted to get into it because how people said about this guy, that he was such a nice guy, so humble and sweet, and they was just so shocked to find out that he did something so horrific like this. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to start now. I'm going to read the article, and then after I read the article, I'm going to play some audio, then I'll get into the chat. So just hang in there and just listen very clear. Hey, Monica, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Yeah, let me share this article with you. Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right, let me find the article. Okay, just let me know if everybody can hear me clearly. Put some purple hearts out, so make sure they hear me clearly before I start. Let me know you can hear me clearly before I start. Throw out some purple hearts. This is the trifling man right here. And these are the two adorable children. It's so sad. Okay, just let me know if everybody can hear me. Purple hearts. Okay, good. Thank you, Purple. Thank you for the sound check. Okay, I'm going to get into the article right now. Okay, I'm going to read this article. It came from Calf Mom. All right. Dad of 4 charged with murder after... Let me turn the music down. Just a pinch. Okay. All right, reading the article now. Dad of 4 charged with murder after 2 of his kids were found decapitated. A 34-year-old father is behind jail after police made a shocking discovery inside his California home. According to reports, the fire department visited the home of Maurice Taylor Sr, 34, the morning of December 4th to investigate a possible gas leak. When they arrived, firefighters found much more than they had bargained for. Inside were dead bodies of Taylor's two eldest children, who both appeared to be stabbed and decapitated. It all began shortly before 8 a.m. December 4th. The Los Angeles County Fire Department received a tip about a possible gas leak at Taylor Lancaster's home. So firefighters rushed over to head off any potential incidents. Once there, firefighters entered the home to investigate and quickly ruled out a gas leak. Still, they were horrified by what they found inside. In the home, first responders discovered the bodies of two of Taylor's four children, Maurice Taylor Jr., 12, and daughter Michaela Taylor, 13. Both were dead of what police first described as lacerations and stab wounds. Lieutenant Brandon Dean of Los Angeles County Sheriff Department said that they appeared to have suffered some type of sharp trauma caused by either a stabbing or slicing device. Later reports confirmed that the disturbing truth, both children were decapitated. Jeez, this is insane. Those weren't Taylor's only alleged victims, though. Okay, excuse me, y'all. Let me put back the music. Those weren't Taylor's only alleged victims, though. The California dad also had two other sons just 8 and 9 years old. Both were found alive inside the home when officers arrived, but were said to be traumatized by what happened to their siblings. Detectives believe the older children were stabbed to death on November 29th, according to ABC 7 New York. It's unclear whether their younger siblings witnessed the attack, but they were reportedly shown the bodies sometime after the killing and forced to stay inside their bedrooms for several days without food. Did you hear this? He starved them. The other kids. This is crazy. The gruesome details were learned during the interview with Taylor's wife, as well as both his younger children. By 6:30 p.m. that evening, Taylor was placed under arrest. He was officially charged December 4th with 2 counts of murder in the deaths of his older children. Those weren't the only charges leveled at the 34-year-old. He was also hit with 2 felony counts and child abuse under circumstances or conditions likely to cause great bodily injury or death. Those charges were directly related to what his younger 2 children allegedly endured. Had the gas leak called not come in, it's unclear when the bodies would have been discovered. It's unclear who exactly altered. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Wait a minute. Pause it for just a second. Where was I just said? Okay. It was exactly alert. It's unclear who exactly alerted authorities, but many police had apparently been growing concerned about the family for days, according to KTLA. Taylor, who worked as a personal trainer at the physical therapy center in Santa Monica, had failed to show up for several virtual training sessions last week, and multiple clients were unable to reach him. In addition, a neighbor had noticed a terrible smell from the home for days and later recalled hearing screams from next door around the time of the murder. God! Oh, this is just crazy. This is him as a personal trainer. Okay, let's go back. It's been going through my head, said the man. Is there something I could have done? Should I maybe have reported it earlier? Now, you know that this neighbor is traumatized. Lancaster Mayor R. Rex Parrish described the murders as pretty brutal. Speaking with the Los Angeles Times, he said it seems as unticked in violent crimes and domestic abuse could be related to the stress of the pandemic. The social fabric of the country and the world has been shredded, and we are starting to see the aftermath. Paris told the newspapers. What I'm seeing is more and more people feeling desperate, and that can only have one result. As of now, the motive of the murders remain unclear. It's worth noting that Taylor has not confessed to the crimes, and it's unknown how he will plead in the case. We're going to get into that one. According to NBC4, he has initially held for $2 million for bail, but the bail was increased to $4.2 million, and awaits with his arraignment date, which is set for December 21st. If convicted, Taylor faces a hefty prison sentence and a minimum of 57 years and 4 months and maximum of life, according to Los Angeles County District Attorney Office. This is just crazy. This is him right here. All right, let me just go back to these. Let me go to the comments here. I'm so sorry here. I want to read this article. Then I'm going to play a little bit of audio, and then I'm going to play another audio because they did take him to court. What is that? The first step to see. And this man basically said he doesn't want a lawyer. You got to hear this audio. It just tripped me out. That's why I was like, I had to discuss this. All right, so everybody who's coming in, welcome. Happy Friday. And blessings and blessings. All right, let me go back. I had Purple, Monica. Okay, I greeted y'all. Yeah, I know. This is crazy. Thank you, my Purple Hearts. Annette, hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. Oh, what happened to my music? I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Hugs and kisses. Happy Friday. EMS, hey. Welcome. Glad to have you here, girl. Okay. Hey, Bass. Happy Friday. Isn't this crazy, Bass? All right. Hi, Donna. I'm at work here with you, love. Oh, see? He's at work. He's hanging out with me, too. All right. Annette says, I didn't want to miss this one. This is crazy. This man decapitated his kids, Annette. Do you know how hard it is to cut somebody's head off? And these are his children? He cut his children's head off, made his kids watch, kept them locked up in the room and starved them. The mother was in the house too, but no charges was, pressed against her. I guess he had her there for hostage or whatever. But this is a house of horror. This is straight up house of horror. And the people were saying that, everybody was saying that he's like a cool guy. He's nice. He's all right. But they was like he was missing the virtual lessons for personal training. Like, what happened? So they was like, had somebody called to the house. And then come to find out this is the house right here. The fire department walks in. Imagine, the fire department, you walking in, you checking for a gas leak, and then you see what? 2 kids' heads off? Okay. You would say, have a good day, you too. Hey, Frugal. Happy Friday. Yeah, this is a tragic murder. Hi, hugs and kisses. And welcome, Gail. Gail, I was loving you. You was going in your commentary. I loved it, Gail. I loved it. Please do some more of those. Give us those treats. I love it. Okay, yeah, I know, Purple. This is just crazy. All right. Yeah, this is so sad. I'm going to play. But Monica, you got to hear him in the courtroom. That's what he's going to say in the courtroom. It's going to trip you out. So the audio is slightly long for the courtroom, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play, some of it so you can just hear the idea of what he was saying in the courtroom. It's insane. Okay, I got my Purple Hearts. Annette says the pandemic should lead him to suicide, not murdering others. Exactly. And then also what I read in the article, let me see if I can find it. I had another article here, Annette, so give me a second here. I'm going to read exactly what the what his client said. This is in the other article. We are concerned about the possible gas leak. There are 4 children and 2 adults, and we are concerned about their safety. Client described Taylor as a reliable and mellow, but said he appeared to be under a tremendous amount of pressure. Thinking of the nicest guy that you know, then multiply it by 5. He worked so hard to support his family, to support himself. Unfortunately, he didn't know enough to say what happened or what didn't happen. And then also, it was something here. I'm trying to get back to it quicker. There's something I wanted to say. Oh, they were saying something about that his wife used to call, I'll just say the words, whatever, but the wife used to call the job sometimes, right? And they would hear the wife in the background hollering on the phone, and he would just be pleading with her like, I'm sorry, trying to be all nice and everything, and saying it was kind of embarrassing and stuff for him. So maybe he clicked. So I don't know. It must have been so much pressure and everything, but that's not what you do. You don't kill your children. And then you cut their heads off? This man was insane from day one, since he was born. Ladies, gentlemen, be careful who you date. All right, Hyde said something. Okay. Hyde said, will he be getting the nose if convicted? Uh-oh. Yeah, he's going to be done. He's going to be done. All right. Chef Disaster, Purple Hearts, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. All right. Gail said, right, Annette, leave the children alone. Monster. That's right. Smash that like button. All right. Purple Hearts. Thank you, Base. Thank you, Base. Base, you spoiling me. What's this, 2 times in a row? What's going on? What's this New Year's resolution? Gonna hang out at Donna's place? Love it. Okay. I think here. All right. Don't Need a Man says, this guy told me folks would kill themselves and each other. Yeah. I think he was, you know what? Don't Need a Man. I think eventually he was going to get those other kids. I just think that he was just going to maybe make them starve to death. I don't know. But this is a house of horror. You know, and you look at this picture here. Right here. You see him in the stretcher? They took him out in the stretcher. Like, why are you going out in the stretcher? Who are you? Yeah, out in the stretcher. All right, so now I'm going to get into... All right, wait a minute. First, oh, man. I didn't put the pictures up. I apologize, everybody. So we're just going to have to rock with it. It was 2 pictures I forgot to put up of the people that's in the audio. And then I'm going to get into the court. All right, so I'm going to play an audio. Hopefully. Uh-oh, that's right, Bass. All right, Purple said that gas leak had to be bad for the neighbors to complain, called the fire department. And did you hear the part, Purple, that they said that the neighbor next door heard the screaming, but he didn't pay attention, but they started smelling? So the bodies were smelling, must have been there for a while. Like they said, if they didn't get over there, Purple, would have been how long? The health inspectors will be seeing him. Yeah, they're going to be seeing a lot of him. The whole jail. Well, listen what he's going to say about poor him in jail. Just hanging there, High. Y'all just hanging here, okay? I'm not going to try to hold y'all for too long. Just hang. But it's kind of long because I want you to get the gist of everything I'm talking about. Because when I heard about this, I was like, this is just insane. I meant to do this last week, but I didn't get around to it. Okay. Now let me see if I can find it. Everybody. Okay, hold a second. Let me see. Now this is the what I want you to hear about his clients, what they said about him. Okay.
It's a plant-based.
Hold a second.
Learning more about the Lancaster family at the center of a grisly murder, a father charged with decapitating 2 of his children. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz has new details, including what's being done to help the surviving children.
It's been nearly 1 week since 2 children were found dead in a Lancaster home, a brother and sister 12 and 13 years old. Lynn Molyneux says she's a longtime friend of the children's grandmother who lives out of state and is speaking on her behalf.
She was pushed out of their lives and that relationship was severed. That was not her doing, and that was a very unfortunate thing.
Molyneux started a GoFundMe account.
Though it may not fix everything, try to use the GoFundMe to help support them and take that pressure. There was a time when she was in their life every day, and they are her world. You know, there's no way to put into to words truly what any of our grandchildren mean to us. You know, I love them dearly. She continues to love them. Her prayers and warrior for the two that are left behind, and thank God they are here.
The children's father, Maurice Jewel Taylor, is accused of killing his two eldest and allegedly keeping his two youngest children without food for several days. Taylor worked as a physical trainer. Howard Kern is a friend and former client. When he learned Taylor had not shown up to his training sessions for days, he and others worried and tried to get help.
We decided to call the fire department and report a potential gas leak, which was consistent with our concern about the carbon monoxide poisoning.
Kern described his experience with Taylor.
I don't know whether he's guilty. I do know that the Maurice that I know and the Maurice that everybody else that I've spoken with knew from the training place that we worked out was that Maurice was a very kind and gentle man. We thought of him as a loving father, a devoted family man.
He stressed there should be a thorough and just investigation. Taylor's arraignment is scheduled for later this month. The LA County Sheriff's Department tells us the two younger children are now in the care of the Department of Children and Family Services.
Wow. So, I'm sorry I wasn't even show you show you the pictures of them. But, basically, they was like, he was a night. And when you look at this picture here, I mean, I have to be honest, okay? Him as a personal trainer, he looks like a nice guy. And he probably was friendly at the job with everybody and stuff. But behind the scenes, this man was a monster. And they said the wife used to be calling the job all the time and going off. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but we don't know what it led to. And then plus he was doing the virtual, the Zoom with the personal training. They were stressed out, and I said I couldn't find the article, but it was somewhere in the article they were saying that they know he didn't go out on vacation or go anywhere because they didn't have any money. So that lets me know they must have been having hard times with money too. Total monster. All right, I'm gonna play some more audio because I want you to hear him doing his arraignment. This is insane. Okay, let me read this. Yeah, totally horrific, chef. All right, so Health Inspector Gia, hey, welcome, gluten-free lab. Wow, this was so sad. This is just horrific. Welcome to Donna's place. This is totally crazy. All right. Lancaster, California. I've been reading a lot of stuff about California lately, haven't I, Gail? What's going on over there? Let me not talk. I'm in New York. All right. Miranda. I hope I say Miranda Rodriguez. I know. What the heck? Totally sick. Cut his kids' heads off. Do you know how hard it is to cut somebody? Not like I got special teeth, but it's just hard. Okay? That takes time. But first they say he stabbed the kids up, and then he, turned around, took the heads off, and then took the other two kids, had them locked up in the room and starving them. Okay, purple, okay. Chef said he was fronting big time. Exactly. He was definitely Jekyll and Hyde. His mask fell off. He was a whole nother person. Love you, Annette. Thank you. All right, Purple said, all monsters look nice until you get behind closed doors. Purple, you always got something to say. And you're right. Can't argue with you. Base said, it is mind-blowing that someone could be something horrible like that. It is amazing. How do you do that, Base? How do you just get the nerves to do that and feel no way? Y'all got to hit a courtroom. Okay, I'm just going to finish up these comments. I'm going to play a courtroom because I want to hold y'all here forever because it is Friday. All right. Miranda said, Rodriguez said, oh my gosh, what the heck is wrong with people? I know. What the heck? 4 kids. And the kids was old. Gosh, dog. The kids that survived going to need so much therapy. And the mother, too, in the house. What the heck happened? And the poor neighbors probably going crazy saying, what I should have did. I didn't do anything to help these kids. Maybe if I would have got there early, I could have saved the kids. Because, he heard them, he heard them screaming and stuff next door. But he didn't pay attention. But they did smell the bodies. Okay, as I said, Gail, he was good at it too. Yep, sure was. The poor babies. All right. Now, we're going to get into the next audio. Now, listen clearly. I have some still pictures, and in the still pictures, this is exactly how he looked in the courtroom. So it's really not much movement of him, just him talking. So hopefully you can hear the audio clear, because he kind of mumbles when he talks. So just let me know if it's too much that you really can't hear it. I'll just, cut it off, and I'll put the link in, and y'all can just listen to it on your own and turn it up, because you might be on the cell phone and it might be too low. Oh, right at Donna trying to cut through a bone is like trying to cut through concrete. Exactly. Just trying to take a whole chicken apart so you can fry it. That ain't easy. Sicko, trifling ass. Excuse me. Oh, I'm cursing. My bad. I'm not supposed to be cursing. No cursing at Donna's place. Sorry. Right, Gail said, if you don't want your kids, let someone who wants their kids take them. I would take them. Gail, you got a beautiful heart. Exactly. How many people out here want these kids? And the mother, did you hear when I played the other audio that the grandmother was there? And I was in the article. I can't find the article, but the grandmother said that he was very controlling, and that's why she had to leave. He basically pushed the grandmother, the grandmother from the mother's side. So his mother-in-law pushed her out the way, so she wasn't there no more. And maybe, I don't know how long ago did the grandma leave. So maybe he was like, let me get rid of grandma because I'm about to kill the family. Sicko. We said, get him, Donna. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now let's get into the next one. And hope everybody's good. Thank you for y'all rocking with me and hanging with me. I'm sorry I had things organized, but something went wrong. I don't have the other pictures. All right. Now let me find the other article, because if I don't have this one, I'm going to get upset. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay, this audio's kind of long, y'all, but hang with me. And listen, I'm not going to keep you all here forever. It's Friday, I know. People got things to do. You don't want to be hanging out at Donna's place all night. All right? But still, just hang out with me. It's all good. Yes, no cursing. Love you, Chef. All right, and I'm going to get back to your comments, so don't, mods, hold it down. So don't think I'm being rude. I just want y'all to hear this. This sick, trifling, crazy person. All right, let me pause the music. Now we're going to get into the courts. Let me turn up the volume. I'm going to show you some still pictures.
All right, we're on the record in the case of People versus Maurice Jewel Taylor Sr.
This is his lawyer right here talking.
080335. The defendant is present in custody. Counsel, will you state your appearance?
I'm Christopher Cheney, C-H-A-N-E-Y.
Okay.
Christian Brown, good morning, Your Honor.
Alexander Lara for the people.
All right, the matter is here for, I believe this is a first arraignment, is that correct?
I believe so.
All right, and how did you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I've checked with counsel. With the court's permission, we'd like to come back on Tuesday, January 12th, to determine whether we're enter a plea on that date.
And people, you concur with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, the court notes the complaint was filed on December 8th, and an amended complaint was filed today, although he's not being arraigned on either one of them at this point, so we'll wait until that date. The defendant will be ordered back on January 12th, 2021 at 8:30 in this department. All right, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, sir. I wanted to defend myself, sir.
Hold on a second, just before you talk.
Okay. This is the monster, Taylor, Maurice Taylor. Now, this is him talk, so y'all hear his voice. And this is exactly how he looks in this video, the pictures that I'm showing. Okay, I will resume.
You're here today for a first court appearance called an arraignment. Do you understand that?
No, sir, I wasn't really briefed on that.
Well, okay, I'm just telling you that. When you are charged with a crime, you come to court, and the first appearance is called an arraignment, where I advise you of your charges, and you can decide what to do in terms of entering a plea, of guilty or not guilty, and then the matter is set for further proceedings, and the issue of bail is determined, and I haven't gotten to the bail issue at the moment, but I'll get to that in a minute. Your attorney that's been hired to help you, sir, has come to court. He's met the prosecutor. He's gotten the documents for the case. and wants to be able to look those over and come back on another date before deciding how to proceed. Do you understand that?
No, I was not told that, sir. I wanted to defend myself, and I never agreed on counsel.
You want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. I was never briefed on that, and I want to represent myself, sir.
All right.
We have a moment to talk.
Yeah, I was under the impression that you were retained on it, but that doesn't change the evaluation that I have to go through. I'll give you a second call. You can have a chat with him. Yeah.
Which I see.
He wants to represent himself.
I've had a chance to speak to Mr. Taylor, and he is asking the court to allow him to represent himself. I would say this, I would express a doubt that this one time should I have been on the case.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Said that I have some doubt about Mr. Taylor, so I would just, I don't know how the court wants to handle that.
You're declaring a doubt as to his ability to understand the nature of the proceedings and to be able to assist you in the defense?
Just at this point in time, so that's why I'm just offering that to the court in terms of your discussion with Mr. Taylor about him representing himself.
Very well. Thank you, sir. Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir.
You understand that counsel is present and prepared to assist you and represent you in this case going forward. He's a trained attorney and understands the rules of practice, the constitutional rights of people, and the things that need to be done to adequately prepare a defense to make your appearances productive for you.
I understand exactly what you're saying, Your Honor. It's against my faith to go against what God is telling me to do, and God is telling me that I need to represent myself.
You hear him? God.
So it's going against my faith to do so. God, and I really do.
He said God telling him to represent himself. So, excuse me, sir. So God told you to cut your kids' heads off too? And starve the other one? Did God tell you to do that? This is clearly insane. Resume.
I believe in God, and I have a really good relationship with God, and I'm going to represent myself, and I feel really disrespected that the counsel won't respect my decision. Because I've told him this before in person, and he's not telling me the truth.
So just to clarify, I have had a discussion. I thought everything was fine, Your Honor, in terms of my representation of him. I confirmed it this morning. But I do respect his decision, and I'll let the court inquire however you want to.
Well, counsel, if you have a doubt, then I'd like to make a little inquiry to see whether we should have that explored further. Mr. Taylor, you say that God talked to you?
It's just my faith in God. So it's not necessarily that he's talking to me. It's just with my faith, I believe that I'm innocent in this case, and I don't need legal representation to prove that I'm innocent. And if I go against that, I'm going against my faith. Because I'm putting my hand in God in this position to show the jury and the judge that I'm innocent. And if I hire counsel, then that's going against my faith in God. Because God says that God's going to take care of me because I'm innocent.
Well, sir, if you represent yourself in a case, you would ultimately be held to the same standards as an attorney in terms of appearing in court and following the rules of criminal procedure and going forward with making all your own decisions about how to conduct proceedings, including a trial at some point, perhaps. And that is something where the consequences of a conviction in a case like this are rather severe. And you need to understand that the attorneys that assist people all the time in the courts have that training and have the ability to give good advice. If you represent yourself The one ground for appeal that you do not have, if you go to trial and lose, you cannot say that you had a bad lawyer because you would be your own lawyer. Do you understand that?
I'm highly intelligent, sir, and I understand exactly what you're saying, and I deny counsel in this case. I've taken criminal justice classes, and I know my rights, and I've been seriously abused in prison. There's a hit out for me right now that I have proof for. I literally have proof on that, and there's a lot of foul play going on, and I would prefer to represent myself because I think that that's the best way to go in this matter. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the council or to you, Your Honor, but I feel like this is the best way for me to be free and to let everybody know what happened and to carry on.
All right. I'm going to tell you,
He's clearly
I'm
out
going
of
to
his
ask you to
flipping
fill out
mind.
a piece of paper which is asks you a few questions about your request to represent yourself so that I can see or determine that that's the right thing for you to be doing in this case. You do have a right to represent yourself. I will again reiterate to you, sir, that that's not a right that most people exercise because it can do you more harm than good if you're in court and you have a prosecutor who is, of course, a trained attorney presenting the case for the people of the state of California, and you may have a feeling that something isn't right, but you don't know how to present your objection or what ground for objection. And these are things that the attorneys, in this case your attorney, would understand. In any event, I will have you fill out paperwork to take a look and see if you have any issues that would be a question to me on representing yourself. But the facts of this case are such that I strongly recommend that you reconsider that wish. I think you're creating more of a handicap for yourself than a benefit.
I understand your opinion and I respect your opinion, Your Honor. I never agreed to counsel, and counsel hasn't listened to me. And I would prefer to represent myself, and I trust that God will help me in this case because I'm
Here we go with God.
All right. Well, let's have you fill out the paperwork on the request for self-representation, and I'll recall the matter in a little while. All right.
God is going to get you,
People wish
Maurice.
to be heard. All right, thank you. Heard on the Taylor matter. Taylor's again president of custody. And
These
people
are
present,
the
as
prosecutors.
noted, and inquire as to where we're at with the questions involved. May address defense counsel first. What's our status with regard to the self-representation issue?
Your Honor, he has declined my
You
services
right, Chef?
and wishes to go pro per and believes that he has a religious right to do that. And so at this point in time, I have the discovery. I can turn it over to the public defender from whom I got it, or to the court, depending on what rulings you make.
All right. Have you made your client aware of the discovery that you have?
This is the lawyer.
No, I had just gotten it and reviewed it this morning while I was waiting for him.
All right. And let me just ask people, do we have any input at this point?
Not at this point.
All right, thank you. All right, let me go over this with Mr. Taylor. Taylor, thank you for filling out the form that I have here. It is a 4-page document which discusses several things. Did you read and then initial in every box that's appropriate, and then on page 4 sign the form dating it today?
Yes, sir. I finished it and I handed it in. I just have to wait for the sheriff to let me hand it to you.
All right. Did you understand every single thing on the form here?
Yes, sir. I understood everything.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward and skip a little bit.
And that's a college level education.
All right. And your level of education, sir, can you discuss that with me a little
I'm
bit?
with the American College of Sports Medicine as a personal trainer, and that's a college level education.
All right. To become a personal trainer, did you have to take and pass any examinations?
Yes, it's a long examination. That's the top certification that you can get for being a personal trainer, and you have to pass an examination. Most people have a bachelor's degree that accompanies that.
All right. And in your case, you have some college, but you don't have an actual degree. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir, because I focused all on the American College of Sports Medicine to raise my family. I had a kid, my first kid at 20.
Let me stop you about kids here, sir. I don't want to get into all of that right away.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you it's the same timeline, so it's relevant. When I was 20 years old, I stopped my schooling so I could work more to raise my family, so it's relevant.
And then you
No, I
killed
understand.
kids.
I understand that. I just don't want to get into the family structure per se.
So when I was 20 years old, I stopped my schooling after I passed my American College of Sports Medicine examination. Most people pass that once they get their bachelor's degree, and I passed it at 19 years old.
All right. Is that a written examination?
Yes, sir. It's an online examination if you take it at a testing center, and most people accompany that with their bachelor's program.
Okay.
It's normally with the kinesiology degree.
All right. All right, sir, in the case of a criminal matter that carries very serious consequences if you're convicted, I want to reiterate to you, even though you filled out this form, that representing yourself is potentially extremely disadvantageous. In society, in our daily lives, people have various rights. We all have rights related to something, right? But exercising those rights is not always a good idea under the particular circumstances. So,
Okay.
it's,
I'm going to fast forward a little bit more.
if a person is in custody, but those privileges don't give you all the tools that would be essential for you to succeed in doing this. Let me finish one other thing. Your decision at this early stage is also perhaps improvident because at this point you don't even know specifically, officially at least, what the charges are. And if you don't know the charges, then of course you can't understand all of your possible offenses. You have in your mind firmly an idea of why you feel that you can better do this yourself. I suggest to you, sir, that that's probably not the case, at least at this stage of the proceedings. You can have the benefit of an attorney to get you through these initial stages, and I can't imagine why you would say no to that, given that you'll remain in custody. Go ahead, sir.
There's been several attempts on
Listen clearly.
my life in jail, and I want to represent myself so I can have this case go as fast as possible. Because if I get sent back to jail today, I'm going to get killed. And I have evidence that there's a hit on me and that the police are involved. And they've already tried to kill me. And you keep trying to make me get a lawyer that's going to delay things to send me back to jail so I'll get killed. And I don't appreciate that. And I don't think it's fair that this is happening. There's evidence that they tried to kill me when they arrested me. I literally had to go to the hospital when they arrested me when I was fine.
Do y'all hear him? He's worried about him, talking about there's a hit on him. They're going to kill him in jail. How badly he's treated in jail. But what did you do to your kids? Resume. Hang in there. Just a few more minutes. And I'll wrap it up because this is a long audio. I just want you to hear some of this madness of him.
I don't want to go back into police custody. I want to just do the trial now. I don't want an attorney. And there's a hit out on me, and I have proof. It's on social media. And if I have an attorney, he's going to have to raise things to send me back on his prison bus, and they're going to kill kill me.
Well, sir, you have to understand something. Your attorney isn't the person that controls whether you stay in custody or not.
I understand that, but he can delay things and make me go back to jail so he can come up with more of a case, and they're going to kill me in transport.
Exactly,
all right,
Chef.
sir. Are you... Is your concern your safety at the jail, or is your concern the competence of your attorney?
Both. It's both.
Well, your attorney certainly doesn't have the control over whether you stay in custody or not.
I understand that, but I don't know if you have my best interest in mind, and my religious beliefs say, since I'm innocent, I should be able to represent myself, and I have those constitutional rights, and everybody's been fighting me for weeks about that. And I don't understand why you need to fight me over a constitutional right.
He said his
The jury
constitutional
will decide
rights.
if I'm innocent or guilty. I say that I'm innocent. I don't need an attorney. I think that we should just go through this right now and decide if I'm innocent or guilty without an attorney. And let the jury decide. Isn't that the Constitution?
What I said?
Well, you're summarizing it pretty well, except that it doesn't happen on the timeline that you are requesting.
Okay, well, if I get sent back to jail today, they're going to kill me. There's been several attempts on my life. I've been to the emergency room, and then I wasn't treated properly at the emergency room, so I had to leave early. Because they were trying to kill me there. And I have evidence of it. Why would I need to go to the emergency room after an arrest? When I got arrested, they handcuffed me. They didn't read my Miranda rights. They threw me in a cop car with the heat on, with the windows up, and I was yelling, I can't breathe. And until I almost passed out and I was hyperventilating, and then they took me to the emergency room. The police have been trying to kill me. And I don't appreciate how no one's believing me and how they just want to send me back to jail again.
It is crap.
A systematic system where there's a hit out on me right now, and there's been several attempts on my life. They tried to kill me in my jail cell. They didn't give me a mattress. They took my shoes away. They didn't give me toilet paper. Like, this is getting really, really, really ridiculous, and I don't really understand why you guys think that you can treat somebody that way and just expect them not to tell anybody what's going on. I've had a guard come to me before in the middle of the night several times saying, if you go to sleep, I'm going to go in here and kill you. And he kept checking on me every 5 minutes. I have other guards tell all the inmates to go kill me because I'm a traitor to the black people for killing my children and rob up all the inmates. And I know you guys want to send me back there because everybody wants to collect on their head. And it's on social media. And everybody knows about it. And the number one way that you kill somebody is through transport. And I think counsel is going to delay things to get me sent back to prison or to the county jail, and I'm going to get killed. So I want the jury to decide now on the evidence that they have, and let's get things rolling, because the longer things go, the more there's going to be more attempts on my life. And I don't really understand why nobody believes me, unless they're in on me.
Oh my gosh, this man is insane.
Counsel, wish to be heard on your doubt.
No, Your Honor, I'm not in a position to express doubt. Just to clarify, one of the reasons we were asking to put the matter over is...
Okay, everyone, this is kind of a long audio. Just let me know, would y'all like to listen to a few more minutes or just wrap it up on this audio? This man is insane. Let me know in the comments. I don't want everybody to get, like bored with this one. I just wanted to play it because I wanted y'all to hear this madness that this man is saying this in Arraignment. He's saying he doesn't want to counsel because he wants to represent himself. And, God is telling him to do this because of his Christian beliefs, because he believes in God, and God is telling him to do this. My famous question would be like, well, did God tell you to decapitate your kids and starve the other ones? Did God tell you to do that? Because God is a loving man. He's gorgeous. He's awesome. I just love the heck out of him. He's my number one man in my life. And I don't think he would tell you to do something horrific like this. This man is clearly insane. And I think, Chef, I agree. Let him represent himself. But I think the reason why they don't kind of want him to represent himself because they don't want to turn around and then they lose the case, or he can come back and say, I was clearly out of my mind. Why did they let me represent myself? That wasn't right. And then he'll get off. You see what I'm saying, Chef? Are you feeling what I'm saying? Let it, and that's it. Let it play. All right, y'all. I will play some more of this insane guy. You gotta be kidding me. All right, here's some more of him in the courtroom.
So we could investigate how we should plead and investigate the basic matters. So he has rejected my services. So.
Okay, I got that part, but when we started, you indicated you had a doubt, and so I was inquiring as to that.
Oh, I understand that. That's why we put it over 2 weeks to learn about the case.
Mr. Taylor, the court is very concerned that you're focused on one thing, and somehow I think you feel that by me saying you can represent yourself, that your custody status is going to change, that you'll suddenly not have to go back down on the bus to county jail or be housed there until the next court appearance. And that's not for the attorney to decide. That's something for the judge to decide after hearing from you or your attorney and the prosecutor. I haven't heard from them yet on that issue, but that's the issue. I'm a little concerned that you're not really focused on the issues that would allow you to effectively represent yourself. You're totally focused on the things that you've just told me about. Go ahead, sir.
Anybody that has had as many attempts on their life as me and has been tortured in jail, the way right now, would want things to go as quickly as possible. And I don't trust the council. I think that they're going to delay things and send me back there longer and ask for motions for all types of things to delay things. I don't really think that they have my best interest in mind. I think I have my best interest in mind, and I think God will protect me, and I think that if I go back to that place, I already know that there's going to be more attempts on my life. I have evidence of this. You can subpoena records and show that I didn't have a mattress for almost a week. I didn't have a blanket.
He didn't have a mattress.
And I don't really understand why it's so hard for me to get my constitutional rights.
Oh, he didn't have a mattress. And he was starving the other kids. They didn't have no food. But we should be more concerned about you, Maurice Taylor. Resume.
Right for me to represent myself when it's a constitutional right. And we're in America and we follow the Constitution. And I'm probably an educated person and I understand everything. And if for some reason everybody wants to convince me that I don't have constitutional rights.
Well, sir, I'm certainly not trying to say that. You do have a right under the law to represent yourself, assuming you're competent. And I have a question about your competency, to be quite frank with you, because you seem to be totally focused on your current situation in terms of being in custody.
Because they're trying to kill me. Like, you would be focused on your situation too if they were trying to kill you. It's a lie. I'm a human being. I'm supposed to ignore that there's been several attempts on my life. I'm just supposed to ignore that and just think that everything is okie-dokie and just keep carrying on.
You killed your children. You took their heads off.
How can I not focus on that? They're trying to kill me.
Well, I'm concerned
I
that you're...
have evidence. Sir, I have evidence. Like, seriously, I have evidence. I even have an emergency room record. On the day that they arrested me with no Miranda rights, they threw me in the back of a cop car, and they knew I couldn't breathe. I told them I couldn't breathe. I told them I couldn't breathe like 100 times, and then they waited for me to have to go to the ambulance to let me out. Even though I was fine when they arrested me. And I have proof of all of this. And instead of saying, sir, I understand that you're under duress because they're trying to kill you, you're trying to talk to me about representation that doesn't have my best interest in mind. I have my own best interest in mind, and you can't convince me otherwise no matter what you say.
Well, sir, I'm not actually trying to convince you of anything, but I do want you to understand a fact. Your custody status may not change with you representing yourself.
I understand that, but that's what my case is telling me, is that it will change. And I know for a fact that you guys send me back to Twin Towers, I'm not going to be coming back to court. They're going to be planning my funeral. And I don't know that no one's listening to me. When I have proof and evidence, it's even on social media. My brother was trying to claim that.
Maurice, you said you won't be back in court because they'll be planning your funeral. Well, your wife and your mother-in-law is trying to get money for GoFundMe to plan the funeral of your kids. But we should be more concerned about you. Resume.
My own brother, and it's on his social media account. And the cops are trying to claim the hit on me too. And they're trying to rob my inmates. And you tell me that I can't focus on that when I have all that going on?
Well, I'm sure you can focus on that, sir, but the question is, can you focus on the things you need to do procedurally in the court?
There's nothing I need to do procedurally in the court. There's evidence there. The jury decides on the evidence, and my constitutional right is to defend myself. And I'm saying that I'm not guilty. So the jury should be the ones to decide if I'm guilty or innocent. Is they're the people.
Right.
And honestly, you can tell that I'm very intelligent and I have a complete understanding, so I don't understand what the delay is.
Well, sir. All right. Let me go through these things with you. You do understand you have a right to an attorney to represent you, and if you can't afford to hire one, I can appoint the public defender's office to represent you free of charge initially, subject to a possible later reimbursement to the county. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I signed all the paperwork.
I know. I'm just going over it with you again. All right? Bear with me. You have a right to a speedy and public jury trial. Do you understand what a jury trial is?
That's what I'm trying to get right now. That's exactly what I just said.
Now, you understand we don't go directly out of this courtroom to another courtroom and start a jury trial. Do you understand that? There's a process that has to occur first. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I think I'm going to get killed in the process. I have evidence. The police tried to kill me, and they put me back in police custody, and I have evidence. I literally have evidence. I have a medical record that shows what they did to me.
All right, sir.
There's more evidence. And
You have to understand
doing what they're doing. So, I mean, if you send me back there, that's my death sentence.
Oh.
All right, sir.
Okay, I'm going to end this audio here because it's kind of way more, like about a good 15 minutes more. But he said, if waiting longer, they're going to be planning his funeral. And what do you think everybody's doing right now, planning your children's funeral? Which most likely be a closed casket. You can't even look at the children because you stabbed them up and then you cut their heads off. You know, but we should be upset about you. And you're upset because you didn't have a mattress. They let you sleep on the floor. Poor you, Mr. Maurice, the trifling killer. Killed your kids. You know, we all have problems in life and we all struggling, you know. And maybe the kids are probably disappointed having you as a loser as a father. But they wasn't out trying to kill you. They still loved you. And you killed them. This is sick. Let me go back and read the comments. Well, I was kind of reading the comments anyway and stuff. But this is really sick. This is just horrific. And when I read about this and I hit the story, and then when I got to this court thing, I'm like, well, I got to share this one because listen to what he's saying in the courtroom. And he's really thinking in his mind is the courts is going to have sympathy because he said there's a hit out on him and we're supposed to be concerned about your well-being because you're important. And he's thinking in his mind that if he goes to court, if he represents himself, he's going to get a speedy trial. Like the judge said, you know, I hope you don't think you're going to leave here and going to walk into another room or you're going to go to court. It's going to take time. So I don't know what's wrong with this man's mind. And there was a part, well, I had fast forward, but there was a part on it that he actually said that, what was the statement he said? That he got a little, something he took in college, some criminal classes. We all in college, you know, went to college, took a couple of criminal classes. I know I did, but that don't mean you can stand up and become a lawyer and stand up in court. No, it doesn't work like that, sir. It doesn't work that way. All right. Yeah, Chef, you got a point. Yeah, you have a point. Let me go back and see if anybody I didn't greet. I'm so sorry. May, I see you had peeped in here. May, you're still there throughout the Purple Hearts. Let me know if you're still there. That Purple Base Dome. Let me see anybody I had missed. Dark Orchid. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the warm welcome. This man must have been possessed. Yeah, I agree with you, Dark Orchid. I agree with you. Must have been possessed by a troubled demon to do such a hideous, unhuman crime. Dark Orchid, to cut somebody's head off, to decapitate, that's hard. Like I just said to Purple, just try to a whole chicken, taking it apart to bake it, fry, whatever you want to do with it. That ain't easy. Chef said, line them up against the wall. 21 guns. Salute. I hear you, Chef. Yeah. You hear how he throwing in the Christian card. All right. Purple says, Mr. Intelligent should thought about all of this before he killed his children. Exactly. Welcome, Heaven Sent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bass said, yes, he is, Donna. Totally out of it. Right, Bass? Totally. High says, he ain't insane. He's trying to get insanity plea. Most likely. Most likely. You know, some of these crazy people that do these crazy crimes, they sometimes do their research before they do the crime. So they can get away with it. Crazy intelligent. I don't know how to make it sense. Oh, that sounds stupid, what I just said. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Chef said, feels me. Hi, alright. I think I caught up. Dog said, let's give him some LSD and see how he feels about things then. I hear you, Orchard. You know, this is crazy. I said the inmates, yep, they're gonna get him. I read that one. Alright, Dark Orchard said, test the COVID vaccination on this subject. The whole Dusty Boy crew. Exactly, Dark Orchard, Lord have mercy, you're right. Purple Hearts, love purple. Everybody put some Purple Hearts. Give some Purple Hearts. Alright, it shows that he's going to get insane plea, though. Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, think of my girl Gail. Speak on it, Donna. He ain't no prize of a daddy, but yet his butt is still here. Yup, he's still breathing oxygen. But, Gail, we have to worry about him, Gail, because he didn't have a mattress. They won't give him a mattress. He was sleeping on the floor. You know, there's a death threat on him. They want to kill him, and he won't make it to court. So he needs to represent himself because God told him he should represent himself. So, Gail, the question I want to ask him is: so God told you to cut off your kids' heads and starve the other ones? That house of horror? Just wonder, curious. Let me go back to the comments here. Oh, that was the prosecutor. That was him in jail. Okay, he was not possessed. He was born the devil. You know, I do feel how there's people out here that work for the devil. You know, everybody talk. You know that movie Omen? It might have been a movie, but I think that crap is actually real. I really do. Sad to say. Chef says I want to put him in a small room with a king cobra. Exactly. Tear his ass up. Dark Orchard says the children and the women suffered the most. He only suffered when he got his dusty butt knocked out. Exactly. Now he decided. Now he's feeling it. And I think I would like to know more, but I guess I won't be able to find. I'd like to know more about that mother-in-law, the grandmother. He got rid of her. He probably was planning to do this for a minute. And he was going to do something horrific to those other kids. He was plotting. Something else was going to happen if it wasn't for the, you know, his clients that he was training. That was a little weird. Like, hey, what's going on with Zoom? He's canceling. This is not like him. What's going on? Let's go and check it out. All right. I said, then his God is the devil. So everybody, thank you for y'all caught up with the comments. Thank you everybody for being here and listening, because this was just totally insane. I had to just share this because the whole reason why I'm talking about this is when I was reading about this, and it's just so crazy that, you know, he's a personal trainer, he's working out. Usually people that work out, usually, you know, the endorphins are kicking in, they're happy in life. It's like a drug to them. And he appeared one way at work as such a stand-up, good guy, mellow, nice guy. Like the guy that was talking, he said he known him for like, I think he was training that guy for like 7 years. So he known him, and come to find out that this man was a monster behind the scenes. So the bottom line is, you really just don't know a person. You know, and these poor, gorgeous children are gone. And then the other children have to remember this for the rest of their life. And the mother's like going out of her mind, like, what the heck? But all he's worried about is because he don't have a mattress and he's being mistreated. He wants to represent himself because he doesn't think he's going to be treated fairly in court. It's clear as day. You killed the kids. You did it. So I'm going to follow up on this one because I'm really curious to hear what he has to say in the courtroom. So I'm going to follow up and say, what is he going to say about this? I wonder if they're going to let him represent himself. And I think the only reason, he does have rights to represent himself, but I think the only reason they don't want him to, because they scared it's going to be some sort of, he get away with it and then he's end up be set free. Because if I'm correct, I don't know, I guess every state might be different. You can't be recharged for murder twice. You can't. Look what happened with OJ. Okay, and do y'all remember years ago in New York, Colin Ferguson, I think his name was, how he represented himself when he shot all those people on the Long Island Railroad? Years ago, he represented himself. It was a whole circus in the courtroom. He might have been watching Colin Ferguson, decide he wanted to be like Colin Ferguson. Might be his role model. Anybody remember Colin Ferguson, who shot all those people on Long Island Railroad years ago? I think it was in the early 90s, maybe? Or something? Early 90s? It was somewhere in the 90s. Okay, alright, Gail says, if we could see into the spirit realm, that house is crawling with demons' activities. With all of this, alright, with demon activities, with all of that, he still had free will. Can't argue with you, Gail. Hugs and kisses to your base. Thank you. And that says him and Chris Watts should be put in isolation together. Ooh, that Chris Watts was a piece of work, wasn't he? Ooh. Mr. Charmer. Nobody can believe. Just don't seem like. And you know what, Annette? I'm going to do commentary. I'm going to do about, there's a lot of women that love these killers. These killers be getting so many women. Women be writing letters, sending their panties, basically marrying them. Do you know how many women that's be sending letters to Chris Watts, want to be his wife, want to be with him? I'm going to do commentary on, you know, different serial killers and stuff, killers that women just want. They just want to marry these. What the hell is wrong with these women? Well, that'll be later on. Alright, Dog Watcher says something else. The community bears the scars of evil people. Lord, help us find the righteous moles of our children. Amen. Yeah, you remember that, Chef, huh? You remember that, right? Letters. Don't Need a Man says, Don't Need a Man, what's it? Letters? Were you talking to me? What letters? Oh, yeah, the letters. Yes, the letters. Be sending all kind of letters. Don't Need a Man. Yes. These women love these. You know the Menendez brothers that killed their parents? They got wives. He's in jail. These women married them. And they actually being faithful to them while they locked up. This is insane. Gosh. It shows a lot about your character. Alright, does anybody have any questions, anything they want to add in here? Because I'm going to wrap up and do a quick prayer. I'm not going to play any music because I kept y'all here for a while. Yeah, we passed the hour. I was trying to go like for 40 minutes, but I wanted to play that that audio. I don't want to hold y'all for too long. And my girl Purple's still rocking. Right, Donna. It's a show on WeTV about love after lockup. Oh, I used to watch that. And I haven't watched it in a while. Love after lockup. That's crazy too. And these women be faithful and waiting. That's why I'm like, these guys about, oh, women ain't faithful. You got a lot of faithful women to these piece of crap of a man. What the heck is wrong with them? Let's just pray for them souls. Just pray for them. Yeah, love after lockup. When was the last time I seen love after lockup? Was that guy that was married to the white girl? And they had a daughter. He was messing around with the black girl. And I think she ended up getting pregnant by him. And she was a virgin. Purple. She was a virgin. She lost her virginity to him. I think that was the last time I seen love after lockup. Oh, so it's still on. I gotta go check it out. But that was the last time I seen it with them. I don't know if they still on it. Love you, son. Hugs and kisses. Charles. You talking about... Who you talking about with Charles? You talking about that serial killer, Charles Manson? Is that what you talking about? Don't need a man? All right, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up now. Let's get into the prayer. Let's pray for these babies right here. You know, yep, she was in Dallas. Yep, okay, you know what I'm talking about, Purple. Okay. Let's get this psycho off the screen. You got to go. You trifling ass, dusty bum. Go. I hope they beat the crap out of you who's speaking right now. Hope they take a mattress and shove it up your nose. You worrying about some mattress. Somebody's going to be hit on you. They're going to kill you. Like some conspiracy against you. Who are you? Do those horrific things to your family. I'm telling you, y'all. This COVID, it's just all kind of stuff is just coming out. You know, people's killing each other, divorces, child abuse is going on the rise. And also, I'm going to be doing a follow-up a little bit more about the missing boys. And hi, if you're still there, thank you for doing commentary on it. You was going in. And thank you, said you're going to keep following up. Because that's our job as content creators out here. To follow up on these boys. Because something happened. And I don't trust those parents. I don't trust them. Okay, let's get into the prayer right now. Our Father in heaven, we love you, we adore you, we need you. God bless everybody that's in the chat and bless everybody that's watching the replay. And God bless those two children that's still alive from this horrific thing. Help them to be able to heal, to be able to go on in life, that they just won't be traumatized so much from their evil, demonic father, and help the wife to help her from, you know, what she might be going through, because I know that whole house was horror. That was a house of horror. And help also the mother-in-law, the grandmother. Just help them all. You know, this is a terrible thing that happened. And may justice be brought to him for what he did. We love you, we adore you, and we need you forever and ever. Amen. All right, I'm going to wrap it up, everybody. Everybody just coming. I see more people just jumped in. Please go back, watch the replay, so you can find out what this whole commentary is about. Because I start up with an article, and then I play some audio, and then when I get a chance, oh, there go my Derek, and you're popping up in here now. Oh, man. All right, Derek, say watch the replay. All right, gotcha. Hugs and kisses to you, Derek. Love you, brother. And everybody, thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry to hold everybody for so long. It's Friday night and stuff. But thank you for listening. And thank you for your input. And just pray for these kids and pray for these other kids. And also, please pray for those two missing boys. Pray for them too. And if y'all as content creators, maybe you could do a little something about those two missing boys that's missing. Even if it's like a 5-minute video, 3-minute, or you could do a live or whatever. Just do something for those boys. And back at G, yes, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hugs and kisses to you, hugs and kisses. But if you can, and I'm gonna do a follow up a little bit more about with the missing kids, just a little more information that I've seen. You know, we just gotta keep it out there. So just keep out of prayer, because I don't understand why it's not in mainstream media. It's really sad what happened to those little boys, and like I said, they wasn't wanted from the day they was born. That's just so sad. All right, so everybody stay tuned for my next commentary. That will be next week. And matter of fact, I'll just play one song. So it's just a few people. Just play one song just to mellow it out, and then that will be it. And thank you to all my moderators for being here, holding it down. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody for engaging. Love you all, love you all, love you all, love you all, love you all. And what am I going to play for some song? Just going to play one song. What can I play? Everybody that's still in the chat, throw out some purple hearts. Purple hearts. Purple hearts. What song I'm going to play? I guess I'll just play this one song. Alright, throw out the purple hearts. And everybody have this as a blessed and a great weekend. A blessed and a great weekend. And stay tuned for my next commentary. And we'll go from there. Hugs and kisses. And Bass, you're spoiling me, huh? You're spoiling me. You keep popping up. Be careful, Bass. Love y'all. Love y'all. Okay. Everybody have a blessed night. One song. That's it.